Well, we spend an hour, or rather, sometimes even a full weekend, hardening our Arch install or our OS install so that it's geared towards privacy. Yet, we are using WhatsApp on our phone. We are using things that aren't technically privacy focused in that matter, right? A lot of people do that. A lot of people also make videos about it. A lot of people talk about privacy online, but if you look at their daily driver habits, it's very difficult for them to actually completely care about privacy. That's the world we are in today. So we have to be selective. But however, if we are to live in the current world, we have to also figure out, I think, what privacy means to us. Now, for example, WhatsApp, the message content might be encrypted, but Meta still kind of collects and connects, possibly for other ads and a lot of things. Who we talk to, when do we do that, our contacts, our group memberships, and then all of that category, or rather, as a marketer, I know this, that all of this data is going to make at one point or the other, it's going to become a signal in somebody's ad, right? So it's extremely important to think of how we are actually building all of this, how we are thinking about privacy, real, right? And Discord is actually a very good example of this one, because Discord made end-to-end encryption the default for voice, video, etc., whatever it was, as a default. And that's, I think, a good overall move in the right direction. But again, Discord's text chat, server messages, direct messages, as far as I know, I don't think they are still end-to-end encrypted. And then if the company doesn't have the plan to change that, the question becomes, yes, you're using Linux, yes, you are hardening your install, yes, you are highly privacy focused online, but if you're actively using Discord, where are you with that? And I'm not saying don't use Discord, right? I'm saying acknowledge the fact that XYZ tool does have something built in or doesn't have something built in. And if you're telling people that you've got 100% privacy, or 100% online privacy, you have to kind of be honest with yourself, be honest with others. There are other things like the Google ecosystem, for example. It's very difficult to get out of those ecosystems. So by no means I'm making this video with solutions in mind. I'm making this video with, let's say, frustrations in mind. Because if today I want to be 100% truly privacy focused, it's almost near impossible for me to do so without compromising my job, my family life, my career, something or the other, right? And that's an extremely important point. And with that comes the fact that, all right, if that's the case, do you completely let go of privacy? Do you say it doesn't really matter, anything and everything is going to make its way onto the internet irrespective of what I do, so should I let it be? Well, the answer is no, right? We have to be somewhere in the middle, right? Our OS, by the way, and if we just look at the bigger picture and we see why this happens, like our operating system is like a solo decision. Nobody else has to agree with how I want to run my catchy OS on my gaming PC, or how I want to run Omarchi on my laptop, or how I want to run my Mac on my work laptop, right? Coming back to the whole point, Linux guy, but I'm running Mac almost on a daily basis. In fact, not just almost, on a daily basis for my work, because my work requires a Mac and that's my office laptop. So it's a very different thing, right? So people aren't really lazy. It's just that our chat apps, the things that we use on a daily basis, they're a group decision, right? OS, again, is visible. A lot of people can make videos about it. A lot of people can actively talk about it, and it gets views. And that's what gets highlighted online on YouTube, another platform. But if I was to talk about WhatsApp, are you really interested in a video about WhatsApp? Are you really interested in a video about Discord? Right? So just let's be fair here. We are saying, or rather, in this case, I'm saying it's not pure hypocrisy, it's just an unequal playing field. You can switch your OS whenever you want, and that's your call to make, but you can't make your whole family leave WhatsApp because you've decided to be more privacy focused. And that's a constraint of the real life, and it's a contradiction, and we have to accept it, right? But the way we accept it can still be privacy focused, right? For example, if you're using WhatsApp, your picture, your profile picture being completely public to everybody, right? Unless they are added in your contacts or not. Selectively adding people to your phone contact list, all of those kind of things, not giving permissions to a lot of these apps. That's a big difference, right? And that's what I've been trying to do personally as well. So this is, don't think of this as a lecture, because that's not what this is. This is just me kind of frustrated and like maybe ranting to some extent, right? And again, which distro we run is, I'll say, close to the least consequential privacy decision that we can make in most cases. Again, in most cases. But consistency of effort, consistency of thought around privacy on all the things that we do around our phone, or rather every layer, right? Around our phone, apps, etc., that makes a big difference. It's not an operating system, it's a habit.